Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bragaton. Let's loot the battlefield. Servo key to auxiliary generator chamber.
Keep your wits about you.
The machine is functional but heavily altered. You see redundant parts and crudely welded modules. Thinking oil oozes from the cracks, and the dashboard is covered with symbols of chaos. There's no doubt that all these manipulations were intended to change the purpose of the device.
I always have a backup plan.
Whoops. The cogitator screen flickers as if the system is suffering a power failure. You reach out and touch the control panel, but quickly jerk your hand back. The device is coated in some sticky substance. Examine the cogitator. We read this before, but I'm going to read it again. You know enough to determine exactly what happened to the machine. Glitchy projectors, otherworldly sounds from inside the case, an oppressive atmosphere in the room. Everything points towards a scrap code infection, one of the stranger and more frightening creations of the tech priests who devote themselves to the ruinous powers. Perhaps if you can extract the data crypts containing the scrap code, you'll be able to study it later in a controlled environment. See what the device is coated with. The cogitator's case is covered with scratch symbols and signs thickly smeared in a pungent oily mass. You spot tiny bubbles emerging from the gleaming metal. It is almost as if the malodorous slime is seeping from these scratches like sweat oozes from pores on human skin. Examine the log. Not only do you fail to examine the log, even accessing it is quite an ordeal. Any data projected to the blinking screen blurs and fades like images on melting film. Check for the presence of data crypts. The data crypt slots are occupied. Two of them appear to be melted beyond repair. You might extract the third one without incurring data loss, if you successfully deactivate the logical network of the machine itself. I'll find a way to deactivate the cogitator's logical network. You spend a lot of time trying to establish a connection between the countless switches and reels on the control panel, and the twisted symbols floating on the glitchy screen. At last you manage to complete the logical network, tame the rampaging system, and force it to disengage the data crypt. At the same moment, the cogitator releases a data stick previously hidden beneath a protective panel, and the device drops to the floor right in front of you. It looks like a logic key used to access additional cogitator reserves. It may fit other systems in this part of the planet. The data stick key and dented data crypt. Break the cogitator. You smash the control panel with the first blow, and the cogitator screams with the second. No one will be able to use this machine, whether for good or ill. We got a dented data crypt, a storage device containing the remains of the scrap code from Alpha Gamma.
Let's patch you up.
Injuries will not slow me.
I selected the wrong person anyway.
This wound will make a fine scar.
I'll survive. I always survive.
There.
Hunt, brothers. Take heed.
See? Right there.
I always keep my options open.
Fine work gloves. The wearer gains plus 25 demolition and plus 25 tech use. Now that's interesting. So her AoE damage is boosted by demolition. But 25% critical damage is pretty good.
Nothing escapes my sight. My pleasure.
Kararak Slayer. This rifle's Deadeye shot costs plus 1 AP more and deals triple damage against large targets. Size 2x2 cells and larger.
Or get left in the dust.
So what about Ulfar's quest? We haven't found Doomscream yet, and I'm pretty sure the only path left to us is to go back to the lift area. Oh, we haven't been down here. I thought this was a dead end. I saw this last time before we went down the elevator. And I thought it was kind of like down here where the map just ends. But maybe not. To the prayer
Is
halls.
there money to be made? What do we have here?
I think I remember now. I saw that hallway, but I got turned around and thought that was the way we came from.
What is that?
Always keep your eye on the prize.
A minor setback.
The people in fetters are long dead. The smell of decay leaves no doubt. Not sure what Gwen Stefani and the gang have to do with it.
Join me in prayer. Let's proceed.
Oh, didn't mean to walk into that. The molten rock is radiating tremendous heat. The surface bubbles and hisses softly, as if the magma were incinerating the very air you breathe. Something is moving on the cogitator's main screen, but it doesn't look like code. When you draw closer, the image starts to undulate this way and that, like the coils of an awakened snake. 2 pinpricks of light appear on the screen. Something is watching you from the darkness flickering between the unwinding coils. Examine the cogitator. I'm not going to read that again, it's about the scrap code. Examine the image on the screen. The eye-like sparks are yellowish orange in color, but you're pretty sure this monitor cannot display such a vivid hue. You lean forward, and hear a predatory growl coming from inside the device, a sound full of hatred and hunger. Examine the log. The cogitator does not react to the buttons being pushed and the handles being turned. The screen continues to display what you saw when you first approached the machine. Now check for the presence of data crypts. The data crypt is in place, but its slot is protected by 2 rows of metal claws growing straight out of the cogitator's casing. They flex under your scrutiny, clutching the device even tighter. You activate the cogitator. When you reach for the power shutdown lever, the growling from the depths of the machine intensifies, and the screen starts filling with red. Your hand stops 1 centimeter away from its goal. Heinrichs, have you ever seen anything like this before? Heinrichs gives the screen and the control panel a thorough examination. Another manifestation of the same corruption we encountered in the Kiava Gamma system. Perhaps if we use an auxiliary connection system. Heinrichs pries the side panel open with a knife, and receives a face full of sparks and caustic reagent. After swearing and wiping his singed face, the interrogator manages to pull a bunch of wires and cut the right cables, causing the cogitator to shut down. The claws holding the data crypt unclench helplessly. Scratch data crypt. We can't destroy that one. So this scrap code we're going to run collecting, I think it's tied to Nomos in some way. That's a pretty large area. We saw at least one demon up this way who needs purging, so let's go take care of that. A Rust Stalker. And a Chaos Space Marine.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Death to the false emperor.
Yeah. Ulfar, you would do the honors.
On it. It's as good as done.
Victory is imminent. I will do my duty.
Guided by faith!
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Everyone, step aside.
Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is done. Am I getting paid for this? Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, let's look at the corrupted Rust Stalkers. A mind scrambling grenades, embrace the machine, rejected flesh. 3. A transonic blade. Wordbearer assailant. Profane zeal. Each time this creature suffers damage, its own damage increases by +1 for 2 rounds. Stacks. 10 epicenter of slaughter. Rending chain axe. Powerful kick. Fanatic Zealotry, performs 3 attacks in 1 round, endures for an enemy. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Strike is a prayer.
I can't run right over there.
As the Emperor commands, I act. You've got a problem? I've got a prize. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Alright, there's one down. At least one Chaos Space Marine.
I'll do it. Eradicated.
Man, that sucks. Well, for that guy. Pretty good for us.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Surprised I can hit him from here like that.
Doubt is
But I'll
for
take
the
it.
weak.
I'll make it happen.
I won't object to it. Naturally. Alas, no.
Alright, have at it, buddy.
The Emperor is on our side. I won't object to it. I'll put my psychic abilities to use. I'm done with this one.
Oh, that was it.
I always have a backup plan.
Rending Chain Axe. As far as heretical, so don't need that. Don't tolerate heretics in the party. Ragefire Plasma Gun. What do you do? Maybe just more damage?
Let us not dawdle.
Oops.
I always keep my options open.
Oh, is it a trauma? Okay.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatment.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burned.
Your seneschal is always there for you. We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
Alright, we'll send Abelard through here by himself. If a fight does start, he'll have no problem surviving.
Hey, old man. Are your joints playing up? You're walking funny.
Fear not, Mistress Haydari. I am feeling perfectly well. I do so appreciate your thoughtful concern.
Alright, the 16 Universal Laws, the Warnings. We've read this before. I'll have someone else check that out.
Whatever you wish.
I should just get everybody across real quick. We could go back this way and explore this side. This door kind of feels like the way forward, so let's do that instead. Or just have Abelard explore that side. Doesn't look like there's going to be any fights in this area, thankfully.
A nice little stroll.
We do need logic. I think that's Jai's expertise. Yeah, 112.
Some choose wealth, others prefer
I'm on the
power.
hunt.
And me, well, I'm not that picky. I'll take both. I love to lead. I have an eye for treasure.
Oh.
Where's the profit in this?
Whoops. Why is she running all the way around? Wait, what? She's gonna run back through it, isn't she? What the heck?
The treasures of the Coronis await. Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Let's patch you up.
Guess I'm still alive. A job for me.
The Manufactorum has been completely converted from rock and metal processing to a much more sinister purpose. The lines have been set up to manufacture shells for demon engines.
Looking for a hidden cache?
Look no further. The sooner we start,
Okay, how do we unlock that?
Light of Terror, guide our way.
It could be a shortcut back, I guess. What is this?
Ready as always. Oh, don't you trust me?
I'm curious, what are the odds of us getting to a fight without my whole party there? If I do get into a fight, She has a ton of mobility, so we could pull her back. But they'll drag out the encounter significantly.
I love to lead.
I don't know if I want to just move everybody through there one at a time. I don't know if Ulfar can be moved through there without traumas. He takes up so much space. Let's quick save and see. I'm gonna risk it. That's Helbrute, so that means Doomscream's probably here. Should I bring everybody else up? Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Every day, a new opportunity.
Alright, cutscene. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Wasn't sure if it'd play out that way, though. The Vox speakers and the ancient monster's armor emit a blood-curdling screech that turns to the unholy murmurs of countless voices. Like the blood of the false believers in a cup, reap their pitiful strivings, drink of their sorrow, and the laughter of the true gods will thunder in your ears. Helbrute looks up from the bodies of his fallen brothers. You can hear the seething rage in his voice, distorted by his helmet's Vox speaker. He's not wearing a helmet. I am the wrath of the Allfather, and his wrath is to be dreaded. A traitor of the 17th, I will have your head. Stand aside, young wolf. The Baleful Howl are here. This prey is ours. Look at the Helbrute. The Abomination's armor wetly gleams with profane repair scripts daubed in blood. It has been patched with fresh ceramite in several places, evidence of serious damage received in recent battles on the surface. But the monster appears to have fully regained its strength. Its flesh swells hideously as it is flooded with the power of the warp. Respectfully observe the angels of the Emperor. Booming drums sound from the Vox mounted on Helbrute's armor. In hour dark, he bars the doors. He who fears guests unbidden. He who fosters purpose tainted. He who dreads his reckoning. Well he knows that in our hour dark and savage, the grey beasts come, to his door prowling. For blood they come, for vengeance they come. The guilty are their prey. Be you malefic, be you monster, know that. A new burst of furious howling from the Helbrute makes Ulfar falter. Cry out proudly. The warriors of Rust will never retreat. The lusty bark of laughter, Ulfar picks up your words and continues fervently. The warband of Fenris will never retreat. The scent will be caught, and blood will be spilt. The two virtuosic musicians, Helbrute and Ulfar, fall into a perfect rhythm of words, breath, and movement. With a fierce howl, they rush to the attack, moving as if they are not two warriors, but one.
The Emperor is with us!
Alright, what does this guy do? Ruinous Blessing. Helbrute gains 100% armor and 40 deflection. Only Ulfar's attacks can significantly reduce the Helbrute's defense. Helbrute Fist. Helbrute Punch. Mark of Corruption. A powerful melee attack that inflicts burning and Mark of Corruption on the target for 1 round. If by the time the Mark of Corruption effect ends and the target still has the burning effect on it, the target will suffer mental damage. Reaper Autocannon. Autocannon Burst. And reload. Let the galaxy burn. The Helbrute boosts its damage with infernal energy for 2 rounds. Its melee attacks deal fire damage and inflict burning. Critical vulnerability. Ulfar deals 100% damage to the Helbrute and lessens the effect of Ruinous Blessing, reducing the Helbrute's armor down to 50% and deflection to 0. Eternal Hatred. When reaching 5% of wounds, the creature restores 50% wounds and starts to deal more damage. And Death Blast, when this creature dies, it deals impact damage to everyone in a 2-cell radius.
I'll see to it personally.
At your beck and call.
Alright, so this time around we will have Dai give Ulfar a turn first, instead of Argenta.
Hunger for battle.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is done.
Cubs play. I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! Feel the icy bite of
I should have activated that too. Whoopsies.
I can do that, with the right incentive. Jai Hedari. Remember the name.
For Roos and the All-Father!
Hallowed Russ. I know it's pronounced Roos, but I've always said Russ. This creature is enforced by their Primarch power. They deal 100% damage. Oh, that was easy.
Let the galaxy burn. Fenris is in battle! Oceans bleed! The Imperium is weak. Suffer as your corpse emperors!
Alright, so what do these bloodsmiths do? Desolation. I've seen that before, I think. Blood Sacrifice. This creature restores wounds equal to the damage dealt by its melee attack.
Rejoice in battle! I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury! I'll do it.
For the Dark Gods.
Hang in there, buddy. Alright, 18 health left. Sorry, I don't think he can die here anyway.
None! No. I was born for Wolf's reign!
I forgot, did we turn on Confident Approach? We did. Okay, good.
in disgrace.
The wounded monster lets out a scream that resonates with the might of the ruinous powers and retreats. Its armor is riddled with holes, and its vox speakers are clogged with tangled prayers of despair and joy. I fear not the blasphemy of the deluded, for it is promised to me. With my eye of flame I pierce the hearts of the doubting, for it is granted to me. I root out false faith, for I stand on the true path, and I will not be forsaken by the protection of the true gods. Ulfar is drenched in the Helbrute's blood, which carries the acrid tang of machine oil. He wipes the blood from his face and bursts into deafening laughter. The ground itself seems to quake at his mighty display of joy. Behold, Allfather, how fleeting is a coward's valor. Instead of brazen hymns, pleas for salvation come. But my hands are full, with weapons laden, without a finger span for mercy or for grace. But say the old wolf's charge against the foe. Corruption's mighty beast he did valiantly ravage, but the right to sever its rotten weird thread will another claim. Hunter fresh and battle bold. A shout encouragement. Will Old Wolf give Young a lesson in battle? Ulfar gives Helbrute a patronizing look. The battle feast I'll share with you, young brother, that you may fully savor the mead of my prowess. Remember this taste well, for in it lies triumph's sweetness, and the bitterness of loss. To my elder bowing, the right of first blow yielding, the last for myself keeping, the foe shall die by Helbrute's hand.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
I'll make it happen.
Indeed.
You jest, surely. Don't get too cocky.
Might be the wrong move. Let me make sure I have line of sight on Ulfar.
I can do that, with the right incentive.
Rookie, my strike is ruin! So it shall.
Am I getting paid?
No challenge is too great.
The heretic, lowering his gruesome weapon in exhaustion, but still standing, casts a desperate glance at Ulfar. The Vox speaker crackles. In the abode of the true gods, there's neither time nor prohibition. What is reflected there will endure forever. I was, and therefore I am eternal. Doomscream will resound in your ears. With glorious song, the gnat buzz will drown out. And with sweetest mead, your traitor name will wash away. Tell the blood moon wolf you fell at noble Helbrute's hand. Yoda. Helbrute shoots a defiant look at Ulfar, who has blocked his path to the defeated monster. The young wolf raises his weapon ready to defend his claim to the prey. Many lessons have to you, young wolf, have been handed down. So let this be your last. Do not upon your elder's prey. Ferociously declaiming the last line, Ulfar knocks Helbrute to the ground with a crushing blow to the head, sending him into a deep stupor. Of the baleful pack, worthy was the hunt. The name will thunder at the feast of victory. Doomscream I ripped out, leaving it to cry a tongueless, silent wail. Wolf's howl is flown, above hall arches soaring. Ulfar falls silent and gives you a pensive look. The warriors of Fenris that proud litter extolling. The warriors of Fenris that proud litter extolling. Ulfar repeats your words thoughtfully, then grins. Not bad, Donald. Spoken like a wolf. Fine hunting, Eight-Vodder. The prey and the verses have me well pleased. Look over Helbrute. Judging by his sluggish movements, the young wolf is alive, but not entirely lucid. A storm cloud of heavy bruising is spreading across his handsome face. What was that contest between you and Helbrute just now? We clashed in a dispute over valor and inspiration. Battle fills the true warrior's heart with joy and his mind with piercing clarity. And we on Fenris hold in special honor those who rise above the fray and share their joy with their comrades. Has your pack's honor been upheld? Ulfar walks over to the Helbrute, whose limbs are convulsing in vain attempts to raise his weapon. The wolf draws a knife covered in red runes and smiles at you. The name of the baleful howl is not tarnished in this battle. Wearing the same blissful smile, Ulfar casually grabs the visor of the heretic's helm and begins to wield the blade with the efficiency of a butcher. The dying enemy rasps and gurgles, choking on blood, as severed tendons snap and sawed bones crack under the Fenrisian steel. The Helbrute's legs buckle, but he somehow remains upright, as if out of sheer arrogance. The heretic lives long enough to fully partake of the agony. When Ulfar finishes, he's clutching the bloody horn that protruded from the Chaos Worshipper's head. Ulfar swiftly carves a protective rune into it and proudly proclaims, "A glorious trophy." What shall we do with your brother? Noble Helbrute, it'd be unwise for you to come with us, I think. There'll be some time before you are well. I do not want to have to answer to the Allfather should you die. Let no one say a worthy warrior met his foolish end because of Ulfar. My heart is raring to fight, brother Ulfar, but my legs are no hurry to carry me toward the enemy. I'll join the fray when I can stand, if you would be kind enough to leave a few heretics for my blade. Helbrute Horn Trophy. The wielder gains the Relentless Rage ability. This ability reduces the wielder's current armor deflection by half until the end of combat. However, the wielder's critical damage is increased by percentage, and their melee attack damage is increased by percentage until the end of combat. This ability can be used once per round, and all of its effects stack. Only 12 to 18, that probably doesn't compare to what he has equipped. Yeah. Oh, a Stormbolter. Yeah, I still think the Annihilating Astartes Bolter is better.
Keep your wits about you.
And done.
The Anvil, covered with the inscriptions and symbols of chaos, is designed for the work of one person. Forge Master who is capable of creating sorcerous components using complex machines.
Is there money to be made?
Groaning, the Smith tries and fails to stand. We fix him
What
up.
advice do you seek?
There you go, buddy.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
These storms are still out here. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will continue through the prayer halls. And continue tracking down Erlon the Cruel. I think we have to go back to the lift and activate it now that we've deactivated the two cogitators, or released the locks, whatever they said. But either way, for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.